third-party applications.
Yeah, and that's really what I'm, I guess I'm speaking more along the lines of, obviously people that are making these programs for free, or they work for smaller companies that may not update to a later version that's compatible with the newest version of PalTalk. And, like you said, if there could at least be a second option to say, hey, do supers have the option to remove another super hat, or can they only take reg hats away? I think that would go a long way, at least for me personally. I'm sure I speak for many other people who run large and active rooms. I don't, but that's one of the things I look at for, if I'm going to run a room, if that's, versus how many hours or how much time in the week am I actually going to be on PalTalk versus how much can I allocate that responsibility to somebody else so I don't have to personally be there.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you for that. I think we've got some ideas. Foulplayer was just writing about spammer bots, and so we've got to find the right middle ground. But there are absolutely areas where bots can add value, and if a room wants to have bots, I think there's a spot for them. And frankly, as AI gets further along and room owners want to have that, I think there's a lot of value to it. And so we've got to figure out the right way to support them. And then I hear you on the admins thing, and I'm glad we've got that recorded.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Likewise. Thanks. Yahoo Bully Slayer.
Hey, can I be heard? Hello, Michael. Congratulations. Yep. Been on the program for a long time. So I'm Slayer, long-term Tumen Life user, natural-born trans woman, and queen and lover to Queen Josh III, keeper of secrets, handbag sellers, and under the sheet swellers. I've got a question for you, and that is just, are we going to be able to see this advertisation of this program on other chat clients? Are we going to be able to see this program being advertised on other internet forums, Facebook or whatever? And can we have colored font back so we can be individual, have our own colors and whatnot? Because that was cool. And thirdly, I bought a nick for my sister Josh, and he bought me a nick, and within 2 months it was taken. It was just taken. We was in a fight room, an argument room. It was there. It's great entertainment for adults only, obviously. And yeah, boom, hat was gone.
Okay, so let's go over those 1, 2, 3. Number one, are you going to see PalTalk advertised? So Tempest is a mobile apps company in part, and we have a variety of apps, and we're pretty good at advertising. So advertising goes 2 ways. We are going to run more ads over time. Don't stress, it's not you're going to be overrun with ads, but there will be ads in different places. And frankly, some of the money that comes from that, you take that and you turn around, and we should buy ads too. And so there's a pretty sophisticated set of math where you look at what's the lifetime value of a customer. If we spend money and we get a new person who becomes a part of the PalTalk community, what's the average amount that they will spend or that we will make through advertising over their entire lifetime? You figure that out, and that's how much you should be willing to spend on advertising. Because what you don't want to do is say, I'm going to go spend $30 and get a user who over their entire lifetime with us is going to spend $20. We're not in the business of trying to lose money over time.
Right.
At the same time, if you do this intelligently, if you have the right system where you create enough value for users, and I think that's why getting the technology a little better is important. So you're going to see us work on increment the technology, and then you're going to see us run a whole bunch of different kinds of ad campaigns. And those ad campaigns are really community oriented. And I ran some experiments a long time ago and found that some headliner content went a long way. So it turns out before Joe Rogan was nearly the celebrity that he is today, Joe Rogan, he was running the TV show Fear Factor, and then he wanted to talk with his audience, and he came on PalTalk. There was a radio show called Opie and Anthony that was a little salacious but was fun, and it found its footing. It was on satellite radio, and they engaged their audience on PalTalk. So I think there's a variety of things where we can bring in content, and then we can advertise some of that content, and as long as that lifetime value of a user is greater than the cost to acquire the user, we're going to do more of it. And by the way, there's no limits on how much we will spend to do so. So
see, that's fantastic. I've been on this chat program since 2005, and yeah, the name that I've got now, it's only a couple of years old, but my original nick, Slayer, that is literally what I've had since 2005, and for no warning, they just took that hat. I applied for tickets, nothing came back, and my sister Josh, she said to me that, you know, I should come in here and have a word with you, and he's not very happy about the situation, because at the end of the day, you know, that's money that we spent together in getting that hat.
I hear that. Dan, if you would just take this one, why don't you, we will do some research offline. Something happened here. We will get our arms around what happened, and let's try and fix this situation and understand it.
That would be very, very kind of you, because I was only 2 months into that name being green. You know, I'm a long-term tumor, lifetime user, natural-born trans woman, and queen and lover to Josh III, the keeper of secrets and handbag sellers and under-the-bed sheet dwellers. And, you know, from coming from such a vast and brilliant background, I think it's only fair that that name should be looked into, so we can see if we can get that back. And congratulations on your position, and I'm really pleased and happy to finally see admins back on tour and taking up duties. Faith is almost restored. God bless you all. And Josh, I love you.
Let me address your Slayer issue there. I'm going to message you, and if you can tell me the email address that you used, I can activate the name for you. It's actually not a ban, and just for everybody in here, so everybody knows, sometimes names disappear for other reasons than bans. Like if you, in the past, we let people make billions of nicknames on the same email address, and then a few years ago we clamped down on that. So they started inactivating nicks that went over a certain limit, and unfortunately this one got caught in that. So if you can tell me the email address, I'll be happy to activate it for you.
Awesome. Love to resolve things. Before we go on to the next one, Wish Star said, you own PalTalk and Camfrog. Will you incorporate both programs, or will they both be separate? The short answer is the technologies are going to get more similar, because today we have 2 completely different technologies. And so think of 2 technologies across 4 platforms, 2 desktop, 2 mobile. It's a lot of overhead for us to incorporate. So from a technological standpoint, those will get closer. I think there are some interesting things we could do in content to make rooms available to cross-list should you want, but I think that's a little further out, and it's also a little risky, because these are 2 very different platforms with different audiences. And so anything we do along those lines, we will do very slowly with lots of testing, but overall the technologically underpinnings will get more and more in common. Okay, and really glad we can address that and get that nick back.
Michael, sorry to address. I think we probably need to only give it about 15 more minutes. We will be doing more town halls. You know, we will definitely be working with everybody. I do think we need to cut it in probably like 15 minutes.
Okay, let's do the speed round. Let's see how many we can get through then. All right, DJS, go.
All right, Mike, I just want to thank you for taking the time to listen to these great suggestions. I'm an engineer by day in IT, and I'm a Tier 1 PalTalk chatter in the coffee shop by night. I love what the platform brings. I like the features that the coffee shop PalTalk has to DJs on the program. Some of the features I want are RTMP streaming, external streaming would be great for DJs. If we could, even with Manycam, if you still own that software, that would be something that would be really beneficial. If we could do multicam streams as a DJ, I have like 7 cameras in my room that I built, so that would help. The room price for one more I have, the room price for HD audio is expensive for some people. If the DJ could pay for it and add it to their account, I think that would be beneficial, because we could go room to room and then bring HD audio with us. So I just love also the idea of the global events and the scheduling and the push notifications. I really think that would be great, especially for what I do. So that's all I got.
Just so I understood that, when you said the DJ would pay for it, are you saying the room owner would not pay for it, but the person who essentially has the mic or is DJing would then pay?
Yeah, like if I could add HD audio to my account and then bring it with me to like other rooms that's separate, it's not connected to the room, that would be wonderful, because like as a DJ where we may get tips, we can afford to pay for that. So we could use that as like a reason to listen to us or to drive more viewers to like our streams and our channels. So I think a lot of the DJs would maybe agree with that. Just it would help those features.
Okay. All right, next up, K4 Tesmobi.
Hi, it's Kate Smoby, actually. Okay, right.
Oh, sorry about
hello.
that.
I waited so long, I'm scared that my mic wasn't going to work. I'm assuming it is. I will go as
You're good.
quickly as I can go, all right? Because I realize there is so many hands up and so many people want to talk, so I'm going to go as quickly as I can. First of all, before I go any further, can I PM with somebody after my mic up at some point? There are certain things I would like to say that I don't want to say in a public room. That's the first thing. The other thing, a couple of other things very quickly. PalTalk has lost a lot of chatters over what seems to be like a free-for-all on here to destroy people's lives. We have lost a lot of chatters due to this. People, you know, families have been targeted, people are bullied, harassed, stalked room to room. Now, a lot of this, don't get me wrong, most of us are quite stable mentally and words don't affect us. Words in chat rooms, we can click these people, we can block these people, but it doesn't stop them doing what they're doing. Now, when we report anything, it's like a blame the victim mentality sometimes with the people that we're reporting it to. We get asked, well, how did they get your information? It doesn't ever seem to be, well, the person doing your information should not be doing this, you know. And bear in mind, we make friends on this program. Some of us meet. How do you meet somebody if you're not open and transparent with them and give your information out? How do we know that that person is not, you know, is trustworthy? We don't. We just have to hope that they are, right? So the other thing I would like to say is the reporting via email is not working. Can we please have a help room back again where there are dedicated admins to help us and not just in font? Sometimes the message gets lost in translation. Fonting doesn't always get the message across. Can we speak on the phone or like this in a public room or private room with admins as well, if that makes any sense? And that is pretty much, that is it. There you go.
Thank you. I'm going to try and keep it running, but hear the request. So take that and we'll go on to MTP.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Michael, I've been on this program since actually there was 4 categories on here. I had the first political room in We the People. So I've been on here for a long time. You know, I've paid for my nicks and stuff like that. One question is that my profile has been banned by Casey, and I've sent several tickets, and I've gotten no response back. I got no reason why it was banned or anything like that. And also, I am now a retired supermodel, and I was getting on cam, you know, because people were sending me gifts, and it was great. But now, since Megan's workout room is gone, I've gotten a little flabby. I don't have that 6-pack ab anymore. And now people like Kate are calling me fat. So it offends me. So I need to get Megan's workout room back on here, please, so I can get my 6-pack ab back and my profile. Thank you.
Thank you. Sounds like there is a question on your nick. Dan, if you can take a one-on-one and follow up on that one. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on there. And workout rooms, I think, are a great use case for the platform. And so overall, by the way, I could use it myself. So thank you. All right, Harmony.
Hello.